The difference between using love as a manipulation and being in the state of unconditional love. Really understanding what love is. Love is not an emotion. Love is a state of being. You can go into your world today, and if you're only loving another because they are meeting all of the qualifications that you desire to be expressed between the two of you in any relationship dynamic. If you stop loving someone because they aren't reflecting exactly what you want them to be reflecting, you're using love as a manipulation. Because unless you get what you want, you aren't going to give love. That's what manipulation is you must receive something in order to give something. Being in a state of love, unconditional love, is understanding that no matter what your world presents to you, you're seeing your world through a perception of love. You're having grace with all old versions of you being reflected back to you, and you're loving yourself internally. When you love yourself fully and you understand what self-love is actually the embodiment of God within you, is when you truly are seeing your world through the perception of love. You no longer are depending on another to show up a certain way, because you know that each person in your life is just reflecting old versions of you. And we are to have grace with ourselves during this journey of self-discovery. And when we have grace with ourselves and we love all versions of ourselves, we may not like what we see. And liking and loving are two different things. When you don't like something, all that means is you're not in alignment with the judgment that you are having upon this situation. It's not in alignment to the truth of who you are. And so it creates an emotion within you that is your indicator that you're out of alignment with your judgment, that you're out of alignment, that it's not a reflection. What you're thinking to be true is not a reflection of who you truly are. And these indicators, when we start to pay attention to them, they're showing us exactly where it is we need to go in and revise our self-concept. Because everything that we're ever experiencing in our outer worlds, in our own individual world, because we're only ever experiencing our own perception, we are to revise. If it's not what we desire to be experiencing, we're to revise the self-concept. And what I mean by revise is going in and creating an imaginal act that the experience, the root of the cause that is causing everything in your world to be reflecting, going into that root, seeing it differently. Yes, you're still going to have the memory of whatever it was you first thought it to be, the experience itself, but you're going to feel differently about it internally. You're not going to have that emotional connection to the first experience. You're going to have the emotional connection to the revised experience. And in turn, this is going to create a shift in your new self-concept. And if your new self-concept, it's changed. So you're going to change outside of you. Your experiences are going to start reflecting that. But at first, what happens is when you make a change internally, the outer world is lagging because there's a sequence of time, a linear time that we are existing in this world. So have patience with yourself. Don't be moved by your 3D world. When you're seeing that old self-concept reflect back to you in the face of another, stay at peace, stay grounded, have grace with yourself. Stay in the state of unconditional love, not manipulative love, but unconditional love. And I promise you, if you stand strong in your faith and have grace, your new self-concept will be reflected.